We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Jake Bates now, ready to get this one started. And we're off and running from Tokyo. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy throwing right away. On the move, headed right. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Moore's got it. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Back to the air, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dragons are going to have it after his second interception of the season. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
Bails out of the pocket quick. That one's complete, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Here's 2nd and 7. He's going to push one deep down the... He's got it inside the 10! Touchdown! Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That one right down the middle. And the Dragons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Ty Chandler to return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 39 now, after that explosive start to this drive. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10 from the 41. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that'll give him a first down. Working inside the red zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown! These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys tie this game 7-7. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff, now Love. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First down throw, here's Love. He puts some power on a deep one. Big gain downfield. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. The Dragons break the tie here in the first. Christian Watson with the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Point after, up and good from Bates. And the Dragons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And that'll put him up across the 35-yard line as they begin the series. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And they're going to have a first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They have second and pretty long here. Trying again, following the sack. Pass is caught, it's T.J. Hawkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
19 Tiger.
Mason. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, it came at the perfect time.
After the loss, it's second and goal from the 5.
Bronco switch. Bring it.
Running right, this is Jones. And he's in for the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Reichard there to tack on the extra point. And his guys tie things up at 14. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. A reverse on the opening kickoff. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Play fake, it's Love. And that's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Putting a receiver in motion. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, set. Go.
Love. Escapes the pocket. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Okay, break.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And you're going for this. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Harrison Smith with the INT. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Hutchinson reels it in. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. Result is a 1st down.
McCarthy to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Buys time, rolling. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. Now it's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. He has the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Dragons 14. Will Reichert to kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. McCole Hardman now on the return. He's brought down to end that return as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Japan. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Cowboy 80, 79 Bronco. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Byron Murphy picks it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys double their lead to 14.
Dragons 14. Will Riker to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Hardman with a return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Ready? Hut, hut.
Love back to it after the pick. This is complete to Gibbs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Warrior 70. Hut.
Back to throw it. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Man in motion here.
Ready?
Looking to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter.
Will Riker to kick off.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Hardman with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Love out of the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he runs out of bounds at the opposing 45. How about a big hitter? 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. First and 10 from the 45.
Buffalo 18. Let's go now.
They go play action here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
19, Hawk 70.
That's good. 4-8. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Ready?
First down from the red zone. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a pickup of 11. And that gives them first and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
18, Pioneer. Go.
Gibbs. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Let's go.
Offense in the hurry up here. They'll try Gibbs again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. Offense up to the line fast.
No gain on the play.
19 tight, 19 tight. Cut 19, cut 19. Hut, hut.
Love now on 3rd and goal. Flush down out to his left. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Dragons cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Dragons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, it's Rondale Moore. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Addison going in motion right. This is ahead for about 5. Decorian Bennett there for the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On play action now, McCarthy. He beams one deep right side. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on. It falls incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Back to the air, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Addison going to motion over left. 2nd and 10, McCarthy. Gets everything he has under this throw. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Decorian Bennett has it. And the Dragons will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Rolling left, buying some time. As the open man downfield. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Shotgun now for Love. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes, knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
Ready!
They've got a man in motion. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
He's back to throw. Cut near the goal line. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Addison going in motion right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Now we're gonna get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 2nd and 3 now. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
A gain of 7 results in a 1st down.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th.
On the jump.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Put the body on the line for his team. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 38. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10. Here's Jones. And he's able to get this down to the 36. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 36. Diving right side, got it! That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm gonna beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's gonna find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And now they face 2nd down. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. Forced out to his right. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They kick the running back in motion. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds at the 4. Oh, he was thinking touchdown there. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage.
And in for the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys double their lead to 14.
35. Dragons 21. Will Reichert to kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60, 70 range, 70 range. Here we go.
Here's Love to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And it'll give him a 1st down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line.
Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Into the hands of Pitts. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Bronco 80. Trap 60, trap 60.
Love from the gun. On the move. Oh, he lost the football. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. He does it. Touchdown. These guys make it a 3-score game in the fourth. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
To kick off.
Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 9, 79 Bronco. Hunt.
Love looking to pass. Connects on the crosser. They get an even 10 on that play. And that gives them the first.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. He throws a bullet deep to the right, caught at the 20-yard line. And he gets this forward to the 19. First down from the red zone. Brought in close to the 8. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. Loves to throw again. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Tokyo. Dragons trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Still lined up at the 6. Here's 2nd and goal.
Go.
Running back sent in motion.
Ready.
To the air with Love. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Byron Murphy picks it.